Okay, hi guys. This is a video for just something that I noticed when I was trying to help a friend fix or adjust his LED settings on his Spaceflight X52 H.O.T.A.S control stick. So the problem is that it's not obvious that adjustment of the LEDs on the physical stick requires a driver revision, at least for Windows 10 or 11, and access is from Windows control panel instead of the H.O.T.A.S GUI that comes with Logitech software. So I'm going to walk you through a solution. I also have this documented and I'll include a link in the description. And if you have any questions, you can also ask in the comments. I'll check that periodically. Okay, so the first thing is for Logitech, once you have that installed and downloaded onto your machine, you then need to do two things. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you understand what the software installation version is, and I have it already installed, so I'm just going to just show you what that looks like, the actual Logitech GUI. So when you download it, install it, on the bottom of the GUI it shows the software version. The latest is 80213, and then it will also show you the driver version 801160. And this is kind of important because looking through the files, it looks like Logitech or Saitek, which is what the software was, who really originally created the controller, hasn't updated their driver for the software in a long time. So what that means is if you're using or plugging your device into a 3.0 port, it will get power, but it won't adjust the LED. So one thing is to do is make sure that you put it into a USB 2.0 port as opposed to 3.0, and then we need to go back and revert the drivers so that it is not trying to look for the 3.0 connection. Okay, so I'll close out this GUI here, and then I'll go to, you can search this in your search, you can search for control panel. I have it as a little pinned task in my taskbar. So I'm just going to click on here in control panel, and then well, I'll show you the other way around. I'll show you what happens when you first, after you've installed the icon, doing driver revision from the control panel. So in Windows, you can just type and search control panel, and that will pop this up. I've done this so it's in a recent view. And then if I click on control panel, what I'm going to do is find hardware sound, and then from here I want to do view devices and printers. On this, notice that now it detects the H.O.T.A.S flight stick. So if I double click on it, it is going to open up general and hardware. If I click on hardware, it's going to show me my devices that are connected, and it will also show me properties. So you can do HID or USB. You can do it from both, but I'll start with USB. If I click properties and go to drivers, notice that now I'll see a list of tab or options. I've already done this, so that's why everything is grayed out and it shows driver details. But what you really want to do is go down. You should have rollback driver as an option. You want to select that and click OK, and then your computer may be prompted to restart. If it's prompted to restart, go ahead and do that, and you can come back and repeat this process for the hit. You know, whichever one you do, just do it for both, or as many times as H.O.T.A.S shows up in the device functions. Go ahead and revert the driver. The reason why we're doing that is because if the drivers are updated to, you know, when USB 3.0 was around, then that's not a problem. But since it isn't, if you put your device in 3.0, like I said, it's going to get power, but it's not necessarily going to transfer the data necessary for you to make the adjustment. So once you have that done, you can do two things. You can either go back and right click on the space controller and click on game controller settings, and from there you'll see that your controller is highlighted. Click on properties, look for the LEDs panel, click on the LEDs panel, and then you should be able to make the adjustments. All the way to the left is zero light, all the way to the right is full brightness, somewhere in between is somewhere in between, and then you should be able to apply it and then click OK. And I've already done it, so I'm going to cancel it. And that should be all you need to be able to adjust the LEDs on your X52 H.O.T.A.S stick for Logitech.